Welcome to the Healing Seat with Busisiwe Mohapi. Hey guys, I've got a sore throat. This is the third take. I'm taking this video for the third time. I'm having challenges of space in my phone. And I would do a video. When I'm 18 minutes in, it cuts me off. And because I haven't done the editing thing, I don't know it that well. So I'm lazy to be doing all those things, but I will learn because I don't have time. So without wasting any time, let us get into it. We were talking yesterday about the challenges that I had in my marriage. So I want to take you through them in numerical order. But today we are specifically talking about pregnancy, polygamy, and competing with other women. A marriage that broke me before 1 year. Yes, guys, I was married for 11 months. But it seemed like 11 years. The abuse that I experienced in that marriage was so intense. A lot happened. So let us talk about my story. I'll try to put it in numerical order. The first challenge that I had with the kids, like I told you, one kid was taken back home and I took mine also back home. So it was only my husband and I who were left there in Alberton. That's where we lived. So the kids were not getting along, but it was not severe as how it was made out to be. So they would see each other at church, and whenever we came out of church, we would go via there at Ugogo's house and have supper and then go home. So I noticed that when we were there, my husband would be very goofy, playful, funny, cracking jokes, and everyone will be laughing, I think it was a strategy so that when I start talking, no one believes me. And I did talk, but to the mom, I realized I need to have someone that I'm going to tell all these things. Now I'm telling you, if you're being abused emotionally or otherwise, don't keep it a secret, because that's where they find power. That's where they get their power, by isolating you, abusing you, and you not saying anything. So by the time you start talking, everyone said, but that's not what we saw. And why didn't you say anything? So it helps you, even if you can tell someone or write everything down on a journal that on this day, this is what happened, it will help. So again, with me, I decided not to tell my own mom for obvious reasons. I didn't want her to have this bad picture of my husband. And when we fix things, she is left with that image in her mind. And when you get married, you are told, don't tell your family everything, because now it paints this person in another picture then. Yeah. So now the kids, I started telling the mom, I told her the man that I come with here and we are socializing and he's laughing, it's not the same man that I am living at home with. This is what he's doing to me. This is what has been going on. And my mother-in-law would just say, okay, I'll speak to him. And that would be it. There'd be no reporting back. But I guess that was the son, And whatever that he said, I think it just fitted his narrative, and that was it. But I made sure there are people that I tell. The friend, I told him everything. And the mom, I was selective, but I told her most things that were happening. So right from the start, there was tension in the household. The blending of families wasn't smooth, and the emotional stress was already there. So the second thing that I had a problem with, I was being deprived of my material rights, the one that I told you about yesterday. There was no intimacy, because obviously if you're cheating, and you're not only cheating with one woman, you are cheating with other women, and there's a men's clinic problem there. I think you understand, guys. I don't want to go that deep. Maybe in the book I will, but here we'll just say things on the surface. So I didn't feel seen or wanted. My needs were not being met. I felt rejected and emotionally dry. I found out it's not only one woman. The other one will say her name was G, because her name started with a G, and the other one with an S. So US lived around Alberton. So whenever he was not around, out and about, because he would come at whatever time that he wished, and I wouldn't say anything because I believed he's an adult. He knew what he was doing, so I think he would be there. And then because I had the evidence in his phone, so there was digital evidence that I saw. Like I said yesterday, his password was 1234, and I hated the iPhone ringtone because of that. I knew that sometimes the phone would ring and it's the girlfriends, you know. He didn't hide anymore. As soon as I confronted him, this is what I learned in my smaller nyana years of living. When you find evidence when someone is cheating, only confront them if you are ready to act after that, or you see that there's hope that this situation can be solved, or there's a solution to it. If you don't, see the phone and keep quiet if you're not ready to leave. But when if you are ready to leave, yeah. But when you are not ready to leave that relationship or that marriage, don't even go close to the phone, because now you're abusing yourself. Whatever that you are finding there, you are going to confront this person. This person is just going to find ways of doing it better or hiding it better. Or rather, they're going to do it openly because Monday, you know, we are Azimos. What's the point of hiding? So, Mina, that's exactly what happened to me. Excuse me, this sore throat. Oh, gosh. Okay. So, yeah, so I was deprived of my marital rights. I knew who he's being intimate with. So yeah, the third one was the polygamy issue. The pressure began now. I think if it was around Umseleko's time, I would have seen Umnagwetu coming to me also, being told, this is the wife that your husband wants to take, wara 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 wara. And around 2014, it was the Senzo Meyiwa issue. Do you remember that issue? It was the Kim Kardashian picture that I put. If you didn't see it, go and check my post there on YouTube. I had so many challenges in that marriage. It was 11 months, but it seemed like 11 years. That's how bad it was. So the polygamy pressure also started until I said yes, man. Because every day and night we were talking about this issue. I was being told I'm going to be wife number 1. And then, wife number 2 was the one in Durban, and he's going to get a place for her that side. I'll be here. And he would make the former president, his example. He also has a lot of wives, so why can't he do it? And my question will always be, you are failing to take care of me. You give me 1,500, I must put petrol, I must buy electricity, and I must put petrol in that money. So how are you going to take care of 2 or 3 wives if you are failing with me, just only one wife? It might have been a strategy for me to just give up and go home, or he meant it, but I was tormented with this polygamy issue until I prayed about it and I said yes, knowing that God doesn't want it. Don't even go to the Bible that there were people who had wives, what. If you know the Bible, you will know that that was the beginning of their sorrow. Yes, there were things that God winked at. When I say winked at, that he pretended like he doesn't see them. He accepted them because it was people's choices, but it was not his initial plan for couples. God created Adam and Eve, not Adam and Eve and Usara or something else. Those are things that we just introduce as we go along. We give them names and call them culture. We even quote the Bible without context and the knowledge of what's written in there. So now he tormented me with this, and the pressure was there, and I ended up accepting it. And the other thing, because I would go through the phone, I had seen that there are other women. Now I knew, and he came clean and said to me, you are actually number 4. of the person that the people that I paid lobola for. There was Uzet. Think of the DJ. Yeah. There was Uzet. I paid lobola for her. There was another one, the second one. It never worked out. And then there's this Uji Gemante that you've just found out. Ngaye, I did pay lobola, but we broke up. You are actually number lobola 4. And the only one that I'm legally married to. You're the only one that I've signed with. So that's what I was told. So by finding out about OG, it meant now that, and we're talking about lobola, I had to accept her. I didn't call her because I don't believe in calling the other woman. I deal with you. You are my problem. I'm sure you are the one who went and proposed whoever that you proposed. I don't call a woman. I think it's unnecessary. You must deal with this person you live with because they are not forced to do whatever that they are doing. They are doing it willingly. We just try to cope, use it as a coping mechanism, saying that I'm sure by Tagatile, they've used muti on my husband. Those are the things that we tell ourselves because we want to believe that our people, the husbands or the boyfriend, is a victim in this whatever that the cheating or whatever that is going on, which is not the case. That's why you need to use your common sense. That's where common sense comes in. So yeah, I never called her. I knew about her and I knew Guti she's the other wife now because he even told me that as a way to apologize to the parents, he's going to do it for the second time. He will pay lobola for the second time. And I think he did it. Yeah, because I would see the conversations on the phone and all of that. So yeah, now and again, he'll go down to Durban to see Uji and I'll be here lonely. I'm denied my marital rights. And I stayed, yes. Don't ask me why I stayed because Namangazi, I was praying and I was in denial and I was fasting for nonsense. And the more I fasted, the worse it became. So yeah, to show that some things they need your common sense. So yeah, I found out I was not the only woman. There were other 2 women, Munye Walana in Gauteng, around where we lived, and the other one when he goes to Durban. So where's my time there? Now, you can't be married to someone who hates you. And quite frankly, I really think this guy hated me. And I was a rebound. And yeah, he hated me. He was abusive. And looking back, yeah, he really hated me. So yeah, he told me, number 5, that he started planning his life in Durban. When I would ask, what about me? He said, hey, it's without you. Do something with your life. That's what he would tell me. And this marriage was fairly new. And already you are telling me you want another wife. You're going to live in Durban and Mina must do something with my life. You found me doing my 3rd year. And you found me selling books and clothes and you told me, I'm not doing it the right way. So he broke me everywhere that he could, emotionally played with my mind that I lost self-esteem in every way you can think of. And already, if you started with me from the first episode, you would know that I was broken, I was abused as a child, I was raped numerous times, and now I find this man, he's found me broken, he's just finishing me off. So that's where I was mentally, and the suicidal thoughts had already started also because I was asking myself, what is this? Where's this honeymoon stage that they're talking about? Because I'm not experiencing it. So that was the 5th problem that he told me, was looking for a house in Durban and casually mentioned that I must do something with my life. And that was just after we had gotten married. So number 6, I was emotional abandoned immediately after the wedding. Everything changed. It's like the marriage certificates ended with the love story. I went from being chosen to being neglected, and that was my life. I would stay in a quiet place. The suburbs are quiet. I would stay in that estate without any noise, without any radio and TV. He would come back, just say hi, then go to bed, take a bath and go to bed, eat whatever I've cooked, That was it. That was my life. He would come back from work, sit in the car, talk to Uji. You'll see he's smiling, everything. But immediately when he comes inside the house, because if you know the estates, where your window is, usually the parking lot is there. So you can see, oh, this person is back from work, but they are not coming in. That's the type of abuse that I took. And then that's it. Something that was meant to be beautiful, a beautiful experience. I felt pregnant. So let's count. We got married in December and we signed Lobola and signing. January, we moved into the new house. February, March, April. After 6 months, I felt pregnant. I felt pregnant. I was excited. I wanted this child. Remember, the other child, I got him when I was 16 years old. I was just a child. So now I'm 30 years old. I'm ready for this child in marriage, and I fall pregnant. It was supposed to be the most beautiful thing ever. In the middle of that mess, I'm thinking this child is coming to save this relationship. This child will save this relationship, this marriage, because that's what we think most of the time, that if we get pregnant, we'll be able to hold on. These men will not leave. Even if you give him 3 kids. If a man wants to leave you, they will leave. And that's what I love about them. Their self-esteem is high there. They don't, you cheat once, he's gone. When he cheats on you 10 times, you stay. Bona, and you say, we have kids. Bona, he can leave you with 5 kids and go and marry someone with 7 kids or no kids at all. So that's how they are. So Tina, some things that we like to religize everything, spiritualize everything, and use your common sense sometimes. So I felt pregnant. I remember it was around 3 o'clock in the morning. I went to pee. I wanted the first pee in the morning, 3 or 4, around the 4 or 5, yeah. But it was early, yeah. I think around 4 or 5. Took the test. I was already, nauseous. Excuse me, I had already lost the weight. When I'm pregnant, I get sick. So I was excited. I'm thinking it's gonna be like those YouTube videos, those TikTok videos where someone gives a man that thing, that pregnancy test, and the man is happy. Hey, that pregnancy, the face he showed me that he doesn't want this child. Remember, we didn't go to premarital counseling. We've never had we've just spoken about having other kids, but there was no time frame that was put. I was not using any contraceptives, and my child was already 14 years old, so I was ready for another child. He just said, what? I said, I'm pregnant. And you could see the disappointment on his face. You could see that he felt trapped because there's Uji Mos probably promised Uji the world that he will come and live this side, or they will start their life in Durban. So here I come now. I'm trapping him and I'm telling him that I'm pregnant. So you could see the disappointment, which hurt me a lot because I thought my husband would be happy. This is our first child in marriage, but he was not. So it wasn't celebrated. I was stressed, I was overwhelmed, and I was unsupported. So let's get to the number 8 now of the issues of my marriage, the loss of my baby. We will go in detail because I lost that child. On the next episode, I lost that child. I was ready for that child. I wanted that child. I thought that child will save my marriage. We'll talk about it in the next episode. The mental health crisis. No one saw me. I wasn't sleeping at night. I had a lot of insomnia. My weight was dropping because already I went to gym. I was fasting and praying, trying to fix the relationship, and I was barely functioning. And no one asked, are you okay? So if I had gone to a clinic, I really think they would have been booked me into a mental facility because I wasn't sleeping. I had insomnia. I was anxious most of the time. I'm scared of this person. He's emotionally abusing me. It was a lot, So there was the mental health. I felt like I'm losing my mind. And I was suicidal. Most of the time I'd be there asking myself, God, what is this? because I was supposed to be enjoying this marriage. This is a honeymoon stage. Is this what marriage is all about? Do I have to suffer? Already, I've experienced a lot of things as a child, as a teen. When am I going to be happy? I mean, so number 10, the breakup. So after I lost the child, then followed the breakup. So this thing of polygamy being spoken about until I accepted it, I think he saw that it doesn't matter what he does, I'm still here. And that's why the more I prayed, the worse it became, because the option to leave was never, ever in my mind. It never crossed my mind. When you talk to people, they'll say, marriages are like that. There are challenges. You just need to pray and be patient. He'll be fine. So that is what I told myself, that the devil is attacking my marriage. I need to pray. I need to, all that jazz. So again, after all this, he left. I will explain how. I didn't just lose a marriage. I lost myself, my peace, my health, and my baby. All of this under 1 year. And yes, I lost my graduation and me finishing school. I was in my 3rd year. I would go to the library, try to study. Nothing would happen. It was like I was looking at a blank page. I was so stressed. Like I said, I needed to be in a mental facility. And unfortunately, I didn't go to the doctor. I didn't go to the clinic. I was hiding most of the things. There was this one person I was telling, but I was telling a friend, and I was telling the friend in confidence. He couldn't confront him because his personality was, what can I say? It was so strong that you could see that the friend, when it comes to debating issues or talking about issues, he also feels disempowered by his words. And like I said, he was a smart man. So he used his smartness in a very bad way. So he couldn't also approach him and ask him all these things, because I was telling him in confidence, please don't ask him, but this is what is happening in my life. So now let us answer your questions that you might have, and I will give you questions now for you at home. You guys but are disappointing me. You are not engaging in the comment section. What's going on, guys? Is it because you don't want to feel judged, or you don't have comments? Really? Yeah? Aibo. You listen from beginning to end. I just would like to know what you think. It might be negative, it might be positive, or it might be a question that you're asking yourself. But Tubusi, why didn't she do this? Please say something in the comment section. But anyway, let's talk about it. It's okay. It's fine. You are not obliged to do that. What made me stay when the signs were so loud? Like I said, I thought I just need to pray more, fast more. The devil is attacking my marriage and everything will be fine. How did the pregnancy change things between the two of you? It made him even more cruel. He was not gentle with me at all. He was just cruel. What made the pain unbearable? Was it the betrayal or the loneliness? Both. I remember one time he went to China on a business trip, and I decided, let me come home, because that place, it felt like a haunted place. I couldn't sit there. Everything that I looked around, it was painful for me. It was a good place, a good suburb. I couldn't invite anyone because there were things that I wanted to change, buy couches, do 1, 2, 3. So I was too stressed to even relax in that place. So most of the time I would drive and come here at home on my mother's couch and just sleep. Hey, that on its own, it was a very alarming mental health state. It was deteriorating. To leave your own house to come and take a nap on your mother's couch. you must know that that person is going through the pits. So yeah, I would just leave there. Being lonely, obviously my husband is always away. If he's not away on business, uhambile uyojola eDurban with UG. If he's around, he goes to S and he leaves me there. So the betrayal, I was still trying to make sense of everything. The kids are fighting, he's abusing me, there's this emotional, I'm being denied the material rights. Hey, it was everything all at once. Now I'm going alone to church. We're no longer sitting in the same place as a couple. Hey, it was like, what the hell is going on, so I didn't get a chance to think about everything. All I knew is that I was not sleeping at night. I had a lot of insomnia. It was terrible. So what would you say to another woman going through the same cycle? Hamba mtase, leave. It's not easy again to leave any abusive relationship. That's why you find someone is being, yay, boxer. This person has bruises now and then, but they still stay. Those abuse captures your mind, because it is mixed with its pleasure and pain. So one minute kumnandi, everything is okay. The intimacy is good. The next minute you are being deprived. 1 minute you're going on dates, the next you're being ignored. It's mixed. So the good times, if you're empathetic, it overpowers the bad side. So you can see that I'm not treated right, but it's not easy to leave. That is why some people, you need to get help, counseling, so that you can eventually say, I am leaving this thing. So were there any moments where you felt God was silent? Yes, that's why I was praying and fasting all the time. But the more it got worse, I saw it as a sign that maybe this is not the best relationship for you or marriage for you. So here are the questions that I'm leaving with you. The first one, have you ever felt completely alone in a relationship? That's a red flag, mtase. Have you ever stayed silent about something that was killing you emotionally? You'll become gray. I'm a yellow bone. I was gray. I had rash. I had lost weight. I had a small waist. But hey, I'm telling you, it's better to be fat, man. It's much better to be a plus size queen. You look healthy because your heart is at peace, than to lose weight and be slender and hey. Have you ever stayed silent? Okay, I've spoken about it. Can love and polygamy ever coexist peacefully? No. The greatest example is Umseleku and his wives. You can see what's going on. There's jealousy there. There is some people thinking the other ones are using muti on their children, or someone has poisoned the other child. There's money in there, but there's jealousy. It's always meeting after meetings. They are driving big cars. This one has a house there. There are always issues. If it's not the children that are fighting, it's something else. I'm telling you, it was not God's plan to do polygamy. Even in the Bible, I will tell you a few people that I remember right now. Abraham went for Hagar, but there was no peace, and it was Sarah's idea for him to get another wife. But eventually, Hagar was chased away, and God never recognized Hagar as a wife. Secondly, David had a lot of wives, and the children were always, the other child raped another child, the other one wanted to kill the father. There's always chaos in polygamy. Another one example in the Bible, it's Penina and the Uhana. Uhana didn't get children, and as a result, the husband got to Penina. There was problems. Polygamy is never a good idea. It doesn't work even in the Bible. Don't be gaslighted by people who are saying even people in the Bible had other wives. Let them tell you the whole story, that they had other wives and what happened after that. So polygamy doesn't coexist with love and peace. There will never be peace in that home. The last one is, a man still a good man if he chooses another woman while we are pregnant? Never. You can talk until your face becomes green. Never. That's anything that causes another woman pain. It's not God's idea and ideal for your life. So with that being said, my throat is killing me. I think I've overused my voice, but I needed to minister to you today to tell you that God loves you. That painful life that you are living, it's not part of his plan. If you pray about it and there's no solution, that person doesn't change, they are still beating you, they are still cheating on you, you are still treating STIs, they're probably not going to change, Mdasa. You need to think about you and your children. And if you're saying you're staying for the kids, it's even worse. It's for the wrong reasons. Ask grown-ups where their mother stayed because of them. They would tell you, I would have preferred her to leave because the abuse that we saw her being abused as children, it messed up our heads. So with that being said, it's been 30 minutes and 25 seconds. God bless you, and until the next one, choose better. Don't be like me, ne? Choose better.